Cold, dark, and dangerous. The Army Corps of Engineers says more than 24 bodies have never been recovered from the depths of Lake Lanier just outside of Atlanta. Disappearances that left families grieving over loved ones lost in the water and never found.
But a group of volunteers is trying to help those families move beyond the emotional turmoil that comes with losing a loved one in such dire circumstances.
One woman whose fiancé drowned in Lake Lanier in 2022 credits the team for bringing her closure after law enforcement had given up.
Investigative reporter Brendan Keefe goes on one of the dive team's training missions, and for privacy reasons, we're only using the first name of the victim's fiancé.
The serenity of Lake Lanier lures millions of visitors every year, but there is danger hiding just beneath the surface.
Officials say 29-year-old Kayon Ding fell off his boat Saturday.
He is the best person I've ever known.
Annie's boyfriend dove into the water and never came up. But he left something behind on the boat, an engagement ring. Kayan had brought Annie to the lake to propose.
I made up my mind. I told my friends, okay, I know I don't have much money, I don't have much resources, but as long as I live for a day, I'll find him. There is no way he's not coming home. No way.
Even though you knew he was gone, you had to bring him home.
He has to go home, yeah.
The body of a man is still missing more than 24 hours after he fell off a boat.
But they said, we're calling off the search.
They have to stop at a certain point.
And after 5 days, typically, search is ended. When that happens, the families call us and ask us to please come out and help recover the body so that we can provide closure to the families. That's what it's all about.
Richard Pickering runs the emergency dive response team.
Try going right here and squeezing it, see if you can get it on tight.
All right, dive down. Dive her down.
Volunteers who keep searching for victims under the lake after government agencies have stopped.
Is it Richard underwater? Richard, can you hear?
Unfortunately, there's bodies still on the bottom of Lake Lanier from back in the 70s and 80s that have never been recovered.
Visibility in the lake quickly goes from poor to pitch black.
Once you get down in that silt, it's hard to find a drowning victim because a lot of times they're down in that silt.
And then there are the trees. Yes, trees. Lake Lanier has an underwater forest.
When they flooded the lake, they did not chop down the trees, so anything over 35 feet deep, they left the trees. They went around and cut off the tops of them, but the trees are as thick now as they are on the shoreline that you see behind us.
All of this gear, even the gas for the boats, comes from donations. The divers sacrificing their time and risking their safety to recover the bodies of complete strangers.
It does cost a lot to run these operations. Every time we go out, we're spending thousands and thousands of dollars.
They found Annie's fiancé on the 9th day and brought his body to the surface.
It's dangerous for anybody, any human being to go down there. It's anti-human nature, right? So I feel like Richard's team doing that, risking their life. For a family like me, I wouldn't be able to have Kayan back without Richard's help.
If Kayan were here right now, what do you think he would say to the divers who found him?
He would say, I'm sorry for having you guys go through all this dangers to find me, but thanks so much for bringing me back to my family at home. He would feel worried. He wouldn't want people to risk their life to find him, but he will be so appreciative.
The Georgia Department of Natural Resources has an agreement with the Emergency Dive Response Team to recover victims from waterways statewide. The dive team doesn't charge the state or the families for their services. For now, the all-volunteer team operates mainly on private donations.